product management mentor program for software development is really a program to allow companies that are building software products to build better software products. There's a huge gap in the way organizations approach software development and software engineering and building those types of products, where when we start transitioning, they realize that the work is so different and so complex and different all the time that the kind of more common ways of managing projects like you might for building houses or building bridges is just not going to work, because everything's so much more complex. So they try and shift from those old ways of working where you have Gantt charts and plans and milestones and deadlines, and they try and move towards Agile, right? Whatever people are calling it locally, they move towards that story. And they don't, they take away those milestones and Gantt charts and traditional project management tools, right, that are supporting that story. They take those away and then they don't replace it with anything. And they wonder why it doesn't work out, right? Things start to go wrong fairly quickly. Things go off track. We're not going in the right direction. And it's because they're missing a piece of that puzzle. And it's a pretty big piece of that puzzle. And it's vision, value, and validation. That's what's missing. They don't have... if you go look up team in the dictionary, it's a group of people working together towards a common goal. So if you want people to work together towards a common goal, whether they're an individual team or they're your whole company, you need to have that common goal that they can all get behind and that they can all follow, that they all understand, that it's been communicated effectively. And what I see in a lot of organizations is they'll maybe communicate it once, they'll maybe set directives, and they don't involve the people that are part of the story, the people that they want to follow that goal. And the reality is that people don't follow your goals. They follow their goals. So in order for you to engage with all of the people in the organization, the people in the software teams building the software, the people in the legal department, in cybersecurity, and all of those different parts, and have us all working together towards that common goal of building and delivering this product to customers that's going to maximize the value, means that we all have to be going in the same direction. We all have to understand the same thing, right? What is it we're trying to achieve? And that is one of the main focuses of the product management mentor program. We're talking about tools and techniques. We're talking about theories and principles and practices that help us understand why those things are needed and how we get everybody moving in the same direction. How do we as product managers enable not just to communicate that direction with the people within our organization or outside of our organization as well, to involve those stakeholders and those customers in the story, but also how do we measure whether we've been successful, right? How do we bringing in things like evidence-based management, right? Looking at our whole product, and are we moving in the right direction? Are we looking at the right numbers? Do we have the right measures to be able to figure out where we're going? Looking at things like hypothesis-driven engineering practices, right? Why are you adding this feature? What would you like the world to look like after this feature has been delivered? What would you expect the difference to be? How are we going to measure that? Building that whole story into the way we build products so that we can maximize the value that we deliver to the business for the return, for the money that they've put